Hello and welcome to our coverage of this PL2 game between Chelsea and Southampton from Kingsmeadow. I'm your commentator, Matt Davis-Adams. Well, it's been a busy period for Felipe Coelho's Blues since they returned from their winter break. League business again on the agenda tonight. Chelsea fourth in the table after 12 of 20 regular season games. Remember, the objective is to finish in the top 16 after 20 matches, and then you earn a place in the end of season playoffs to determine the overall champion. For their part, Southampton are 8th. They've got 19 points from their 12 games. It's very, very tightly congested though in PL2 just now, so they would actually go level with Chelsea if they were victorious tonight. Let's take a look at the teams then. A couple of notable names to tell you about, but let's start with one who's not involved. Jimmy J. Morgan has today sealed a loan move to Gillingham, so he's not here. Been in great goal scoring form. Southampton, the team he used to play for as well, but he's not involved tonight. Eddie Beach is another who plays against his old club in goal for Chelsea tonight, the Welsh under-21 international. Dale McNeely's been the main man of late, hasn't he? 8 goals for him. He scored on each of his last 5 appearances in PL2. He got 2 at Forest last week when Chelsea came from 2-0 down to win by 4 goals to 2. Looks like there's lots of goals in this side actually. Shimayuka and Ato Ampa, very capable. Tends to be lots of goals whenever Chelsea play though. As for Southampton, well, the name that leaps off the page there is Gavin Bazunu, first choice goalkeeper up until he ruptured his Achilles in April of last year. This is his 3rd match back as he begins the long road to recovery. Really huge blow for him personally, but also for Southampton too, to have been without him. He's got 22 caps for the Republic of Ireland. There are a couple of players who've played for the first team this season. Amo Amayor, the most prominent of those. He scored against Cardiff in the Carabao Cup. He's played a couple of Premier League games as well. So it is McNeely, the main man at the moment for Chelsea, who's going to get the game underway. Blues been in excellent form of late in PL2. They've won 6 of their last 7 matches in the league. Remember, top 16 through after 20 games, single leg playoffs. Chelsea got all the way to the semi-finals last season. Southampton suffered heartbreak. They finished in the place you don't want to, 17th, so they just missed out. That was after losing here in their penultimate game of the regular season and then getting battered by Manchester United on their own patch. Loose touch there to start the game from Caden Wilson. Max Merrick having been loaned out to Hampton and Richmond for the rest of the season, so Beach for now is the number 1. This is Keanu Dyer, expecting him to play a slightly more advanced role than maybe we've seen him in recent weeks tonight. Raksaki and McMahon will be the 2 holding midfielders in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Mayuka coming off the left, Amper off the right, and McNeely the focal point of the attack. And here is Dyer, seconds into the game, just couldn't get that under control. Southampton were victorious in their midweek matchup. They played Anderlecht in the Premier League International Cup, as Chelsea did, and as Chelsea did, they beat them, not quite as convincingly. 3-1 for the Saints, 4-0 it was for the Blues, but both teams are out of that competition. Here's Wilson. Southampton pressing really high up the pitch, as you can see. Beach choosing to bypass that time and right-hand side for Brody Hughes. Chance for Southampton to threaten early on here, though. Paper just missed his touch as the ball came his way. McNeely. Interesting to watch him without Morgan tonight, because those two have linked up really well in the last couple of games. Here's the raw pace of Ato Ampa, though, into the penalty area. Decent cutback as well, or just behind Mayuka and just away from Dyer. Chelsea starting on the front foot, as we have come to expect. And 3 of 6 here at Kingsmeadow in the league this season. They actually won the last 3 against Leicester Arsenal and most recently Reading at the start of the year. Forward by Moore. Beach has come a long way from home and gone safety first. Robinson looking to switch play for Southampton. Touch from Payne. Only find Harrison Murray Campbell, who go all the way back to Beach. Mayuka wanted to stay on his feet, right under the referee's nose that. He's not giving him the free kick he was expecting. Wilson doing well there up against De Pepper. Everything in front of Eddie Beach here, like Max Merrick, not afraid to come out of his penalty area to help get Chelsea moving. Murray Campbell with a rather optimistic ball into the channel. Picked up by Joachim Kai Sanda. Here's Amo Ameyor. He's definitely one to watch. Mentioned about his involvement with the first team. Very highly thought of in youth football circles too. The man with number 10 on his back for Southampton tonight. He is again. He was fouled by Mayuka. Oh, that's carelessly given away to McMahon. Mayuka again. Southampton got everybody back behind the ball here. Chelsea trying to pick the lock of their defence, but Raksaki got too much on that one. Trying to put the pressure on here. He's done well to win it back. Amper couldn't quite get there ahead of Nakachukwu. Bazunu quickly bowling it out. He was absolutely pivotal to the way that Russell Martin wanted to play Gavin Bazunu. Big blow for them to lose him when they did. He didn't stop them getting promoted though. It was right at the end of the championship season before a game against Preston. Ruptured his Achilles in the warm-up for that game. On the sidelines for an awful long time. Southampton coming here looking like a team in good form and confident. They've won 3 of their last 4 in PL2. The exception to that was a 5-1 thumping they had at Manchester United. Murray Campbell's just about kept that in. Nice play between he and Raksaki. Oh, brilliant from Keanu Dyer. Does have options here as well. One of them, Sturge, he's come the other way to Mayuka. Shooting opportunity here for Shin Mayuka. And Bazunu is equal to it and makes a really good save. Just forced slightly wide there. I think we credit the goalkeeper with a fine stop here. Look at Zach Sturge charging forward through the middle there. I knew that he was an option, but also knew that Mayuka was unmarked. Flick from the goalkeeper's wrist, able to turn it over the crossbar for the first corner of the night. Decent ball in, and the header is glanced so close to being a goal for McNeely. It's another wonderful save, that from Bazunu. Brilliantly to stretch and claw this away from his goal line. Deft little header from Donnell McNeely. Chelsea with their foot on the gas here. Rory Campbell got something on that, diverted it goalward, but not on target. Of course, Bazunu now finds himself in the position of being behind Aaron Ramsdale when he is considered fit for first-team football. Raksaki overcooked that, looking for Dyer. He's made a smart run. On the great season, isn't he, Keanu Dyer, wearing the 10 for Chelsea tonight. Made his first team debut in Kazakhstan. A couple of goals for him for the under-21s, including an absolutely beautiful strike against Bournemouth here in the Premier League Cup not long ago. Doing his best to stay close to De Pepper. Well, Southampton doing the smart thing here, I think, just trying to give everybody a feel of the ball and keep it for a little while, because it's been a fairly heavy spell of Chelsea pressure. Oh, but then it's given away. Here's Mayuka. Good, strong defending that from Kai Sander. McMahon, good foot in. Dyer. Amper. Cisse with an arm on his shoulder. Amper able to hold on to it, and then Cisse dove in on Brody Hughes right under the nose of the referee's assistant. Can be kind to Moses Cisse and call that a forwards tackle. Plenty of options in the middle here. Raksaki and McMahon lurking on the edge of the penalty area. Cisse the one-man wall to negotiate. Oh, it's gone low and all the way through and eventually into the gloves of Bazunu. Southampton, I think, would have hoped to have defended that a little more effectively. Quick bowl out from Bazunu, though. And here comes Payne, who is challenged fairly by Caden Wilson, according to the referee. Mika. Amper. Dyer asking Hughes to chase it. Lovely technique on his pass. Fry was able to get there just before him, though. Here is Felipe Coelho, really happy with his team's form at the moment, I'm sure. Taken to the job quickly, hasn't he? Having replaced Mark Robinson in the summer. First taste of English football for him. Problem here is for Caden Wilson. He's not going to require treatment. He's Fright. Nice confidence about their passing, Southampton, albeit they've made a couple of sloppy passes already in the game, been caught dwelling on it. You can see that everybody's happy to have it. Sturge with some defensive work to do here, and he's made a right mess of that and conceded a corner which is rather unnecessary. He'll hope nothing comes from it. Didn't sort his feet out quickly enough, Zach Sturge. Enjoying a run in the team for the first time this season. This is his third game in a row. Just for a second it was loose, it looked like Moore was going to be able to hit it. It's come back out to Robinson. Great defending from Brodie Hughes. Robinson managed to clip it to the edge of the box though. A shot from Bragg. Right, I'll say it once, then I promise I won't do it again. It was nothing to brag about. Set it up nicely, didn't he? Just couldn't keep the volley on target. Quarter of an hour gone, no goals yet. Flat one from Beach into Dyer, did well to get that under control quickly. Referee happy to let things go, it would seem. Hughes. McNeely. This time the free kick is given, Amper with his arms round the waist of his opponent. Pepper trying to give Wilson an issue, but a little tug of his shirt. Well, Murray Campbell played that blind and realised Pepper was lurking. Here's Atto Amper, scored against Southampton last season, big goal as well. The away win that secured the PL South title for the under-18s. Really good play from Brodie Hughes to win it back. I think he's been one of the unsung heroes of this Chelsea team this season, Hughes. Here's Murray Campbell. No need for Chelsea to put this out here. Southampton player's not seriously injured, we can all see that. If he is, it's up to the referee to stop it rather than Chelsea to kick the ball out. Murray Campbell is going to show some respect toward his opponent. Well, this is how he got hurt. Whether he's just fallen over on his wrist there, Akachukwu, that's the only thing I could think of. Well, we see this a lot now, don't we? The impromptu team talk mid-match. Of half chances for McNeely so far, one decent one. Seen him play a more withdrawn role as a sort of number 10 a lot this season, but he's back where he wants to be as the out-and-out striker. 30 goals across all competitions last season. This is as close as he's come to scoring one tonight. Cute header, wasn't it? Bazunu's done really well there. Made two excellent saves already, the Southampton keeper. Ball rightfully returned to Murray Campbell by Payne. Here's Raksaki. Quickly moved it on for Keanu Dyer. Got a lot on that, but Sturge is quick. Miyuka couldn't quite get it under his spell. And then Payne was fouled. Well, Southampton might feel they've weathered that early Chelsea storm here. That was a risky pass, but just about able to deal with it was Bragg. Dyer working really hard off the ball. Seize on any misplaced pass in that Southampton back line. But all of a sudden, here's DePepper. And he squared it. Opportunity here for Southampton. Cisse. Chelsea quick to get numbers back in position. This is Payne. Amo Ameyo. Bragg. Punched it out to Payne. Managed to get the crossing away from Sturge, but Murray Campbell able to swish it clear. Both teams having their spells. Eddie Beach hasn't had a proper save to make yet, though. Approaching the midway point of the first half. Oh, that's a good ball. Danger here, and now Beach has got to pick the ball out of his net. What a brilliant finish. Just like that, Southampton go in front. They've hardly threatened so far, but they're in the lead now. It's Akachukwu who gets the goal. Chelsea 0, Southampton 1. Romeo Akachukwu puts the visitors ahead midway through the first half. Good ball, wasn't it? But he wanted to take it first time. It's an impressive finish, that, from Akachukwu. Well, it's not the first time that Chelsea have found themselves behind this season. Remember, they were 2-0 down at the break at Forest last week and produced a sensational second half performance to win the game 4-2. Another problem to solve here. Dyer. Amo Ameo. Oh, lovely skill, Sam Raksaki. Dyer. Trying to wriggle away from two. Clip ball from Bazunu. Picked up by Payne. Touch from Moore. Bit of confidence about Southampton now. Hamper trying to dispossess Cissé. Well, to frustrate Chelsea here, aren't they, Southampton? Zunu came up big for them early with those two excellent saves. Since then, he's done more with his feet than he has with his hands. Oh, that's poor though, given straight to Brody Hughes. Real chance here. He's not been able to make the most of it though. McNeely fuming. Southampton off the hook. Mayuka won it back. Dispossessed more now. He runs at goal. Ran into a brick wall in the shape of Kai Sander. Raksaki. And Dyer almost in one another's way. Dyer eventually wins a free kick though. McNeely. Is Amper. McNeely's going to hit this. Oh, it's skidded across the edge of the 6-yard box. Sturgeon able to get a toe to it. Murray Campbell through to Bazunu. Oh, Wilson missed the header. Here's DePepper. Got support as well. DePepper going for goal himself. Got it on target, but a straightforward save for Eddie Beach. It's given away by Beach. Amayor. Robinson. Nice little shift of his body weight there from Robinson. Still he goes on. Beach has to kick it away. Danger's not over yet. Amayor. Straight into Harrison McMahon. Dyer looking to lead a Chelsea counter. It's like a big period of the game this. Southampton on top. Next goal's going to be crucial here. Sturgeon well to win it. Here's Dyer. Just mistimed his leap, trying to flick it back to his pal. Amayor. Span it with the outside of his boot. What a good idea that was. Wilson did well just to get a toe to it. Decent effort that from that kind of angle there. You'd always expect Beach to make the save. Murray Campbell driving Chelsea forward here and keeping going. Harrison Murray Campbell eventually crowded out. Maybe an opportunity to pass it a few seconds earlier. That's what he can offer Chelsea there, Harrison Murray Campbell. Seen his quality defending in recent weeks, but he's really good at passing and breaking lines with his running too. Neely was waiting for him to release it his way. Well done from Bragg there. Most players have to take it in that kind of area these days from their goalkeeper, but Bragg sensed the danger around him and offloaded it quickly. Wilson. Southampton will feel they're keeping Chelsea at arm's length pretty comfortably at the moment. Miscommunication like that's not going to help. Campbell's ball down the line, intercepted before he could reach McNeely, who's cutting something of a frustrated figure at the moment. Murray Campbell. McMahon doing well, turning it around the corner for Hughes. Amper sticking tight to the touchline. Hughes takes over. Really well done from Brody Hughes initially, at least. Well, he's just lost control there. He might well get a yellow card for it, but there is absolutely no malice. Not that that means it didn't hurt Max Fry. First booking of the night goes to the Chelsea number 2. He's almost pulling out of it, actually, isn't he, as he goes for it. Dyer into the channel for McNeely. Southampton wanted offside there, and they are obliged by the flag of the assistant referee over on the far side. Maybe that's an example of McNeely's frustrations, that he feels he has to try and get involved before he really should do. Ten to go till the break. Chelsea being frustrated at the moment here. Bazunu again asking a lot of his defenders. Only doing what his coach is telling him, though. McNeely. Looked like that was a foul from the goal scorer, Akachukwu. Referee felt otherwise. Amo Ameyor pushed it wide. Options in attack here for Southampton. And again, the effort is comfortably dealt with by Beach. Lovely take from Amper, that's absolutely brilliant. Taking on Cisse now then. Referee says no, that looked like a big shout for a penalty. Did he feel that Amper was looking for it? Certainly looked as though there was some contact. It'd be worth further review. Sadly, that will just be for our benefit. There's nobody in Stockley Park running the rule over a PL2 game, I'm afraid. Here's Payne. Amper. Dyer. Has he kept that in? Not quite. Well, let's have another look then at this penalty claim for Atto Amper a moment ago. He's going at speed, isn't he? Whether there was enough contact for the referee to rule it as a foul, well, clearly there wasn't. Fry. Okay, there's that ball out to just the edge of the penalty area in a central position. Amara Mayo. Nice little pirouette there from De Pepper, who's carried on his run. It's Robinson now, though. It's Robinson going for goal. Again, a comfortable save for Beach. It's Southampton who are getting all the shots off here. Murray Campbell. Mika. Sturge outside of him here. Well, I think Felipe Coelho will be looking forward to half-time at this point. Get his boys in and try and readjust, get some momentum for the second half. Do have options on the bench. Ronnie Stutter's back from a loan at Burton, which didn't really work out for him as an option. Reece Russell-Denny's got an eye for goal. We've seen that this season. A couple of 17-year-olds as well. Landon Emanalo and Genesis Antwi also available should they be required. Yelp there from Joachim Kai Sander. McNeely's also hurt. Both players might need treatment after this. Tough to tell who's come off worse, actually. It's just the knees knocking together, isn't it? Which is always incredibly painful. McMahon, the skipper, getting the majority of that pep talk from his gaffer. Both players okay to continue, thankfully. Neely, of course, didn't have to wait the 30 seconds after having treatment because he was off the pitch by the time it arrived. Foul by Hughes on Robinson, who took the free kick quickly, found more. Cisse. Akachukwu. Mika back there doing the defending. Came out as far as Payne. Back up against Robinson. Pretty low-key first half for Chelsea. Murray Campbell. Yuka looking for the give and go with Sturge. And Chelsea pinch an equaliser right on half-time here. Sturge carried on his run. Managed to get the crossover too. Not too many blue shirts in the middle waiting for it. It's come from McNeely though. Here's Amper. Amper with his left. Got it on target, but plucked by Bazunu. Into 3 added minutes at the end of the first half. Amayo here. Defending from Sturge that time. Beach looking to play in Sturge. Payne was alive to that danger. Bazunu, that's a little short, got just enough on it for more. An interception from Murray Campbell. Did he keep it in play? Just about. Murray Campbell heard the cry of man on. Still was a little short with his pass though. Payne's nicked it. Seconds to go. Last attack's going to go to Southampton and they might be about to get a second goal. They have. It's Robinson. A hammer blow for Chelsea. Just as the whistle was about to blow, the visitors take a 2-goal lead. And Chelsea find themselves in the same position that they were last week. They're going to be 2 goals down at half-time. Jay Robinson, the goal scorer, all came from that slightly short pass from Murray Campbell. Oh, look at that for a pick out from Lewis Payne. And Robinson able to beat Beach. Chelsea all at sea defensively there. And now trailing by 2-0. Half-time team talk for Felipe Coelho just got a little bit harder. Was the last meaningful act. Look at Denelmic nearly smacking the ball away in frustration. Chelsea got a lot on their hands here for the second Friday night in a row. They trailed 2-0 at the break. Can they launch another incredible comeback as they did in Loughborough against Forest last week? Let's hope so. At half-time at Kingsmeadow, though, Chelsea 0, Southampton 2. Before we look back at the significant moments of the first half, a couple of things to mark your card for. Be back with you on Monday night for live football from the Premier League Cup. It's the under-21s again away at Brentford. Before that, though, Brighton against Chelsea in the under-18 Premier League. That is an 11 AM kickoff, not a 7 o'clock, as says there. Scan the QR code so you find out how you can get free entry to a game at Kingsmeadow if you are eligible. There are loads of highlights from the under-21s and the under-18s available on the Chelsea app website and YouTube channel. Well then, Chelsea on the front foot, weren't they, at the start of the game, and it looked as though they were the more likely to get the opening goal of it. Great run there from Keanu Dyer, finding Shimaika, and he was only denied by an excellent save from Gavin Bazunu. And then not long after that, McNeely's glanced header. Again, Bazunu coming up big for the visitors. But it's Southampton who lead at half-time. This is their opening goal. Excellently taken as well, wasn't it, by Romeo Akachukwu. One of those in the Saints lineup who's had first-team experience this season. And then right on half-time, Harrison Murray-Campbell selling Zach Sturge short. A lovely pick out there from Lewis Payne. And a nice finish too from Jay Robinson. Beyond Eddie Beach. Is the game beyond Chelsea? Well, if last week taught us anything, it's that they are well capable of recovering a 2-goal deficit. Stick around, second half coming soon. Welcome back. Second half coverage of this PL2 game from Kingsmeadow, just about to get underway. Chelsea, well, for any other team, you'd say they've got a mountain to climb, but given that this time last week, Chelsea found themselves in the same position, 2-0 down, and that was away from home. There's no reason to give up hope that they can turn this around. Goal midway through the first half from Akachukwu, and one with pretty much the last kick of it from Jay Robinson separating the teams here. Feels vital that Chelsea get the next goal in the game. Very enthusiastic group of school children who you can hear and have heard throughout. Let's see if they can help the boys turn this around. Played all the way back to Bazunu from kickoff, and he's sliced that one up into the air. Not quite what they were planning there, I think, Southampton. Here's Cisse. Twisting and turning, brilliant play from Cisse, just didn't get the power he was looking for in the shot. Third goal for Southampton, and even Chelsea would find it difficult to come back. Nearly was clipped there. Amper driving on. Oh, and he goes down again. Well, that looked like a decent claim for a penalty as well. He had one in the first half, Atto Amper. That one looked even stronger to me. Well, the referee didn't have a great view through a crowd of players, I'm not sure. Surely he was caught there by Cisse, wasn't he? That was the player he tangled with in the first half. And Chelsea used that sense of injustice to fuel them. Luca's throw. Won't get onto Dyer's return flick to him. In the end, that'll be a goal kick. Well, that looked like a big shout for a Chelsea penalty. Not for the first time in this game. Fry. Here's Raksaki. Nudged over again, no free kick. Chelsea feel like the decisions aren't going their way, and here comes Southampton on the break, and we've seen how dangerous they can be. This is Payne. Murray Campbell trying to get the block in eventually. Eddie Beach is able to turn it round for a corner. They dangerous side on the counter-attack, aren't they, Southampton? But so there was a foul on Maresca in the build-up. Saints weren't waiting for the whistle, though. Second corner of the night for the visitors. Bragg lurking inside the D. It's going to come back his way too. Eventually swept away by Wilson. Chukwu. Ping that one out left-hand side for Cisse. He was trying to stop him from getting the cross in. Cisse managing to hang on to it for now. And eventually Chelsea get the decision. Well, that should be a yellow card for stopping the free kick from being taken quickly, and indeed it is for Robinson. First Southampton player to be booked tonight. Felt like it was only going to go one or two ways this for Southampton. 3 wins in a row in all comps, but they have had heavy defeats. This recent run came after losing 5-1 to Man United and 5-0 to Sporting, who put Chelsea out of the Premier League International Cup. But it's the informed side of Southampton which we are seeing tonight. They were 4-2 winners, like Chelsea last week, actually, at home to Newcastle. Even though they had the former Chelsea man, Derek Abu, sent off in the opening half hour of that game. There's that pack of school children making all the noise that you can see. Good on them too. Now that is surely going to be a Chelsea free kick. Yes, it is. Shumayuka brought to ground. Is there going to be a card to follow? It was pretty cynical, wasn't it? There's a set piece going to be the route back into the game for Chelsea. Haven't created loads from open play since those couple of early chances. A couple of half-time subs made the difference last week at Forest, with Dyer and Elise coming off the bench and immediately impacting things. No changes so far in that regard from Felipe Coelho. That's catching practice for Bazunu. Oh, and missed. And a problem here. Harrison McMahon couldn't get it under control. It's a good save from Eddie Beach and then cleared away. Oh, that could have been game, set and match there. Ano Ameo unable to score from an excellent position. Saki then with a little tug on Jay Robinson. Should have scored here, really, shouldn't he? McMahon relieved that he didn't, he having given the ball away. Beach has come up with some big saves for Chelsea so far. Floated to the far post. Oh, and wriggled through the goalkeeper. Somehow that's not gone in. Now it's Southampton who are screaming for a penalty. How on earth was there no goal there? Joachim Kai-Sander closest. This is a bizarre sequence of events. Kai-Sander round the back post, straight through Beach's legs. A little tug there from Zach Sturge was there. Well, both teams now can say they should have had a penalty. To be honest, as much as we want Chelsea to win, That looked like a clear shout as well, but then there were two against Dato Amper that preceded it. Lively opening 8.5 minutes of the second half. Brody Hughes asking Dato Amper to give chase. He's quick, but he is firmly second favourite there against Fry. Murray Campbell with the nutmegs on Payne. Akachukwu beating Harrison McMahon, looking for room for a shot here. Akachukwu trying to reverse it back into the near post, didn't get the purchase. Akachukwu. Here's Cisse. He's managed to pull it across to the edge of the box. Raksaki will try and get it away under pressure from Robinson. I have to say, Southampton looking the more likely to get the third goal of the game in the moment. Feel like they've got to make up for lost time, having missed out on the playoffs last season. Like Chelsea, they are top of their group in the Premier League Cup, which the Blues are back in action in on Monday, live with us against Brentford. Both these teams out of the Premier League International Cup. Southampton have also been playing in the National League Cup, a new tournament for this season. That's what their next game is in. They're already eliminated from it, though. They've got another game, final group game against Maidenhead to play on Tuesday. Chelsea not involved in that competition. Approaching an hour gone, I'm sure Felipe Coelho's thinking of how he can affect this game from the bench. Raksaki. Foul on Mayuka. It's a telling off, but not a card to match the colour of his shirt for Jaden Moore. Not a good set-piece delivery. It's not happening, is it, for Chelsea so far? Been so good of late. Beach made a really good decision to race off his goal line there. Raksaki. Atoampa. Oh, Raksaki couldn't get the connection. McNeely's picked it up though. Brody Hughes. Here's Amper again. Can't find room for a cross. Harrison McMahon. He does manage to dig it out his feet. Oh, just too much on it for Raksaki. Sturge. Hughes. Almost turned into a good pass for Atoampa, but he was offside. Breaking play here while a Southampton player gets treatment. An hour gone, no sign of a comeback yet from Chelsea. Scored at least twice in each of the last 7 league games. In that run, 6 away at Fulham and Derby, 4 at Forest. They need to maintain it at the very least here if they are to avoid defeat. Probably take a draw at this point in the Chelsea boss, albeit that's not something that the Blues have been that familiar with this season. No draws in the last 21 matches since Everton here back in August. He's animated, isn't he, the Chelsea coach? Murray Campbell. Sturge. Mayuka. Saki working really hard to win it back, but according to the referee, going a bit too far with not only his challenge. Is it the Southampton player he's booked there? Must be Mayuka, surely. Raksaki, rather, surely. Let's have another look. No, it is the Southampton player, isn't it? For waving an imaginary card. Jaden Moore was who went in the referee's notebook there. Well, lots of little stoppages here. Not saying the Southampton players aren't hurt and needing the help, but it does help break Chelsea's rhythm up too. I beg his pardon, you got the booking. Changes the foot, but for Southampton rather than Chelsea. Matty Etherington down there, he's part of the Southampton coaching staff, former Spurs player. Princewell Ehibit-Atioman is the player who's coming on.
Run, London, running.
Well, you don't need to be a genius to deduce who's coming on for Chelsea. Landon Emenalo and Ronnie Stutter have just been called back to the bench. Southampton will make their change first. Gonna get a lot of injury time at this rate. Off goes Bailey Di Pepper then. Ehibit-Atioman on in his place. McMahon. Oh, Beach didn't know where the bounce of the ball was going, relying on Wilson to help him out, which he did. Nominally 3/4 of the way through the game now. Dyer. Good ball. Atto Amper. Put it in with his left. McNeely looking to turn. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Desperately unlucky, Donnell McNeely. Hardly been involved since those early chances, but he is electric in front of goal in such good form. It's a half chance at best, that. Nearly snapped the bar in two. Now then, they're looking to make it safe here. Ehibit-Atioman. Oh, he's blasted it over. First real involvement for him since coming off the bench. Maybe that is the excuse we can offer him. able to charge away from Harrison McMahon. Here come those Chelsea changes then. Sam Raksaki is going off. Ronnie Stutter, he only played once for Burton on loan. 11 goals in PL2 last season. He's coming on. He is a striker by trade. Harrison McMahon, who's used to getting substituted, subbed off now in 4 of his 7 starts in PL2 this season, is off. And Landon Emanalo, who signed his first pro deal this week, making his PL2 debut. He did play for the under-21s in the Cup last season, but this is his league debut for this side, 17 years old. You probably know by now he is indeed the son of Michael. So a bit more support for McNeely up top now then with Stutter. Be interesting to see how match fit he is. Of course, Mark Robinson was the man who took him to Burton. He was Chelsea coach last season, but he has long since been sacked, and Stutter struggled to get any football under him anyway. Card coming out here for Harrison Murray Campbell for the challenge on Ehebati Omen. It's been a really unusually tepid Chelsea performance so far. Bright start to the game when they had a couple of chances. But really, since the first goal went in midway through the first half, not looked like getting back into it. Still time to do that, of course. I mentioned that they usually score at least twice. Sent in by Robinson. Ehebati Omen got his head to it. Wilson. Well, Robinson, he can settle it here. Beautiful skill, everything but the finish, and the follow-up off the bar as well. From Ehebati Omen. Oh, they should have made the game safe there, Southampton. Maybe they still will. Robinson desperate to go down. Well, could that prove to be a big moment in this game, I wonder. Here's Amper. Driving Chelsea up and over halfway. Spreading it left-hand side for Miyuka. Will be able to get it second time round. Southampton able to deal with it though. Great run this from Robinson. A little bit of luck the way it came to him. Beautiful shift of his body weight to full Murray Campbell. Ehebati Omen's chance, arguably even easier. Problem here for Miyuka. He's going to hobble on though. McNeely's going to be the next player to get booked. Been his night so far.
Same job. Ronnie. Ronnie. Stay up. Stay up. Up. Harrison. Up. Ruggy, get Luke back. Luke. Prince the other side. That. Into the line.
Cameron Bragg presiding over the free kick. Too much on it. Moore will try and recycle. Chukwu. Beach dealing with it. Guy's flick was cute. Here's Stutter trying to set Amper away. Amper nudged off the ball a bit too easily by Robinson. Decent hit, just over the bar though. Clock is against Chelsea now, inside the final 15. Still Southampton pressing hard for a third. Murray Campbell. Oh, got to be careful here, Caden Wilson. Still got a piece of the shirt of Batioman, but not enough to either persuade the Saints man to fall or the referee to give him a decision. Hughes. Amper. Gonna hit it. Oh, off the post. Landon Emanalo on the follow-up. Can't turn it in. Chelsea hit the woodwork for the second time in this half. Amper still going. Hit that very deep. Sturge will try and keep it in play. He's just about done that, apparently, has he? No. Well, Atto Amper's arguably been Chelsea's best player tonight. He was unlucky not to score here. Tight angle, good hit. Hughes. McNeely. That was pretty cynical, to put it mildly, from Romeo Akachukwu, who is also going to get a yellow card. about which he can have absolutely no complaint.
On the last step. Back in together.
Hamper over the free kick. Dyer there for a short one. And that's what he chose to do. To Hughes. Hamper on the overlap. Poor cross. McNeely. Scoop forward by Dyer. That'll be a corner. First, the second half, this for Chelsea. Can they set up a grandstand finish and get a goal back here? Clipped in by Stutter. Nothing wrong, as ever, with the work rate from Chelsea here. Sometimes it's one of those nights, I guess. And that might be what we're looking at here. Yuka. Oh, that's a foul right into the referee's nose, and this is in a good position. And once again, the card comes out. Sander, the Frenchman who's been booked there. Or reinforcements on the way for Chelsea. Reece Russell-Denny and Genesis Antwi, namely. Going to happen after the free kick is taken by the look of it. Draft excluder's got to pick himself up, walk back a few yards and lie down again.
Jay! If they go, get ready to go! Get ready to attack!
Amper again, the man over the set piece. Surely he's going to shoot here. A little gap there to try and squeeze it through. Sometimes you think it's just not your night. And that was his last kick of the ball. Brody Hughes is also being replaced. Genesis Antwi coming on first for his first under-21 appearance of the season. Did play a couple of times last season. The Swede, and Reece Russell-Denny, who's got 3 goals already this season. Just 18 years of age. He's also coming on. Hughes and Amper, the men going off. Bazunu. Stutter, good ball that. Managed to get it under control second time round. And the slide goes Zach Sturge and won it cleanly. Mika. That's going to be a reverse of the scoreline when these two met here in April. Dujuan Richards and Leo Castledine, the goal scorers for Chelsea on that day. Wilson. Russell Denny. Good tackle from Sturge. Well, we're going to have at least 5 minutes of stoppage time here, you would think. So if Chelsea can score in the next couple of minutes, don't rule anything out. But we have to be frank and say it's not really looking like a goal is imminent. What can Landon Emanalo do about that? Played it into McNeely. In from Antwi. Oh look, Robinson's okay. Squealing that he had his foot trodden on. Chelsea corner. Well, this has got to be a goal, really, hasn't it? Terrible delivery. Recycled by Antwi. Not a bad ball that. Flicked on by Murray Campbell. Stutter out wide left. Another corner. 2.5 of the 90 to play. No change to the half-time score. That's a much better delivery. It's come back Stutter's way. Russell Denny. Chelsea racking up the corners late on here. It's easily defended at the near post though. Or back across goal by Antwi. Just wouldn't sit for Murray Campbell. And Southampton free kick will opportunity to relieve the pressure. Yellow card for Landon Emanalo there. Chelsea racking up the bookings, but not the goals. Well, by my calculations, this could be the first time in nearly 2 years that Chelsea failed to score in a league game. It's a 0-0 at Liverpool in February of 2023. That's how rare it is for the Blues not to get at least one goal. And as I mentioned, they've been getting 2 more often than not. 4 last week at Forest. Six additional minutes. Surely even that's not long enough though. Akachukwu. Ameowo. Well, the good thing for Chelsea is they haven't got long to stew on this game. Brentford in the Premier League Cup on Monday night. Remember, we'll have that one for you live too. You fear for Brentford that there might be a response to this pretty average performance from Chelsea. McNeely. And we're marching on here. Couldn't feed it through to Stutter. Dyer. Mayuka. Those two been unable to influence things, or rather this is Russell Denny, I should say. He's going to go for goal. Oh, well. He scored a spectacular goal here a couple of weeks ago. Reece Russell Denny, having just come off the bench. He almost repeated the trick there. Player who we've seen with his time with the under-18s as well. He's got a real eye for goal, particularly shooting from range is a key strength of his. Bazunu will tell you to save that had it been on target. Came off Antwi's head. And they did well to recover it. Dyer. Russell Denny. Muka outside of him. Got the cross in. Get the height to beat the goalkeeper though. Haven't we? Akachukwu. Last knockings now. Southampton scored right at the end of the first half. Are they going to do it again here? It's Robinson. And then the drive from Amo Amiewa wide of Beecher's post. Harry Campbell. McNeely. Good defending. Corner will be the last act of the game.
Moses, back in that gap. Max, talk to Moses, where do you want him? Moses, Duper.
And it went into the side netting, and it was a good illustration of what was a really disappointing night for Chelsea here. Beaten by 2-0 by Southampton. Never really looked like getting back into it in the second half then. Not often that they have an off day, this team, but they've done that here tonight. Goals from Agachukwu and Robinson in the first half. The difference, a rare goalless game for Chelsea. Final score at Kingsmeadow. Chelsea 0, Southampton 2. So before we leave you, let's have a look at how things unfolded. Might have been different if Chelsea had taken one of these early opportunities that came their way. Shimayuka drawing the best out of Gavin Bazunu. That's a save that gets better every time you watch it, isn't it? And just after that, Donnell McNeely with a deft header, which was brilliantly saved by Bazunu, who continues to work his way back from that devastating Achilles injury. And Southampton, who took the lead though midway through the first half, and once this went in, well really there was no coming back from it for Chelsea. Romeo Akachukwu, the Irishman, with the goal. And then in first half stoppage time, Murray Campbell's poor pass put his defence under pressure. Payne had the vision to spot the man who was unmarked, he being Jay Robinson, and he beat Eddie Beach for 2-0. How did Southampton not score here after the restart? Joachim Kaisander, the Frenchman, then they should have had a penalty there, really, shouldn't they? Let's be honest. The challenge from Sturge, nothing doing. Chelsea kept going. Chances were few and far between, but this was a one for Donnell McNeely, which he made himself, and would have been some goal, that. Well, this is when Southampton almost settled it. Robinson first, and then Hibati Omen, both striking the frame of the goal. And Amper did likewise. Didn't go in for Chelsea, so a goalless game in the league for the first time in the thick end of 2 years. Not long to stew on it though, as I say. Join us again Monday if you can when Chelsea take on Brentford in the PL Cup. I'm sure we'll see a response from the boys, but tonight they are beaten. Final score, Chelsea 0, Southampton 2.